Jamie, welcome back to the Oval. What's your reflections of your summer so far?
Yeah, I think there's obviously quite a lot to reflect on. Obviously, starting all the way back in April, I think there's been a lot of good stuff that's happened. We started the year here really successfully at Surrey, and I felt like by the time I got called up, I'd played a lot of cricket. But obviously, it was very exciting to play. Coming in playing 6 Test matches, never expecting to get called up. So to have that call and to go out and play has been a fantastic experience, and really enjoyed it.
And obviously, it's your first home Test match this week. What are your emotions coming into playing for the Three Lions at the Kia Oval?
Yeah, so I've been excited to play, all different venues, but I think playing at your home ground and playing at the Kia Oval is obviously extremely special. To play all your cricket here, I think I'd know, and a lot of the others, it all gets chatted about how special a ground this is, and it's definitely, in my eyes, the home of cricket, definitely in England and around the world. So to step out here, it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to play here.
And how many ticket requests have you had for this week?
Not many. I think everyone's bored of watching cricket by this point in the year. Obviously, there's been so much. I've been thankful that I've had a lot of support from family and my girlfriend and obviously their family as well, that have come and supported throughout all the games this summer as much as they can. So to have that support's great.
What's been your highlight of the summer so far? Do you have one?
Surprisingly, I think my biggest reaction was after the Essex game. I think just on the basis of what had been being called up a couple of days before, it obviously adds a little bit more pressure to that game. People are a bit more eyes on you and expectant, I guess, to go out and perform. So to go into that game, obviously it's a crucial game at that point in the season against the top 2, and we know how good a side that Essex are. So to come away with a win in them, 3.5 days was probably a highlight.
And kind of taking it back to the Oval, do you remember the first time that you ever came to watch a cricket match here, or who your heroes were growing up, or any of that?
I don't remember too much of it. To be honest, not a massive cricket watcher, but I guess a simple cliche one would have been the 2005 Ashes. I think around that time when you're sort of first getting into cricket, and then watching it back in the next couple of years, and it always seems to be getting replayed on any time there's Ashes highlights and stuff. It's always here, and I think the tradition it has at the Kia Oval to host the last Test of the summer is always extra special for what's gone, and it's a really exciting close to the summer, I guess, that people can come here and experience some good cricket hopefully, and end the summer on a high.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Kind of how have you found it being around the England lads? Obviously it's different, completely different dressing room, but you've had 3 familiar faces plus yourself in there. How's that been this summer?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been spoken a lot about how relaxed the environment is and allows you to go out and be free and play the brand of cricket that is entertaining, but also I think brings out the best in my batting and the style it brings. But it's not too dissimilar to the Surrey dressing room. As you said, it's good to have 3 familiar faces, but always slightly missing being at home with the Surrey boys and getting around them. Is what I've experienced growing up, and the last few years especially been so successful that it's been fantastic to be a part of that dressing room. I'm grateful to be in and around it as much as I can. So yeah, it's been exciting, but a little bit gutted that I've missed a few Surrey games along the way.
Have you been watching a lot of live streams, clips, social media?
Too many live streams and highlights, and thankful the ECB app's got the little tap-through one now, so I can just try and have a smaller amount to watch rather than all the highlights.
Obviously the last 2 Test matches and this week, obviously good mate Ollie Pope is captain. Kind of what's it been like playing under him as captain?
Yeah, it's been great. Obviously we've had that little bit of experience early on in the year in the T20s. Just the way he goes about things is very calm, and he brings that sort of relaxed atmosphere to the group, which in a high pressure environment that happens in international cricket, it's nice to have that calming influence and takes the pressure off everyone else to go about their business. And I'm sure it'll be, as he said, it's a great honour to lead your country, but it'd be great for him to lead actually on his home ground here for someone that's been a Surrey boy through and through.
With the bat, kind of, how have you found, obviously at Surrey you've been nailed on at 4 for the last 2 seasons. How have you found it kind of batting at 7, batting at 6, batting in a different role in the team, having to do different things? How have you found that?
Yeah, it's a different role, which takes a bit of getting used to. It's a lot of learning on the job. It's been spoken a lot about, the fact that I haven't been keeping wicket at all for Surrey. So it's all been a learning experience for me, but I think there's the same messages remain the same. Sort of when you're batting, you're looking to score runs, however many that is. And it suits my natural game, actually batting slightly lower down at times, because you can go out and be free and try and put the bowlers under pressure and score quickly, which is suited at times. But also it's allowed that I've had that experience batting at 4, so if the situation dictates that you need to dig in a little bit, I feel confident as well to do that. So it gives both facets, I guess, to batting, and it suits my game quite nicely.
And obviously I think the highlight of the summer for most Surrey fans with England was your 6 at Edgbaston, the faces of everybody in the dressing room. Have you ever hit a bigger one than that?
Definitely not. I think say it's the highlight for the Surrey boys might be pushing it a little bit with some of the achievements that Gus has been through in the last 3 or so weeks. But yeah, I've not really struck a ball better than that, and hopefully it can take us nicely into Sunday.